Juliet was running. Her bare feet pounded against the red village soil, her breath sharp in the dusty evening air. Women carrying firewood paused. Hunters returning from the forest stopped mid-step. Something was wrong. A girl did not run like that on the eve of her future being sealed. But Juliet kept running, clutching her schoolbooks to her chest, tears burning her eyes. Because today, the very day she finished secondary school, her mother had announced her fate. She was to be married off. Not marry for love, not marry for choice. Marry because poverty had pressed her family into a corner. The man was 3 times her age, Chief Okon, wealthy, respected, powerful, and old enough to be her grandfather. Juliet had dreamed of becoming a doctor, not just for herself, but for her father, whose death from a simple infection had haunted her since she was 8. She believed no parent should die because a child couldn't help them, but dreams meant nothing today. That evening, the village elders gathered. The talking drum beat loudly. Women sang wedding songs. The breeze carried the smell of roasted plantain and fresh palm wine, all the signs of a celebration Juliet had never asked for. By nightfall, the deal was sealed. Her mother wore a proud smile. Her stepfather boasted loudly. The villagers danced under lantern light. And Juliet, wrapped in bright kente cloth and decorated with cowrie shells, walked into a marriage that swallowed her childhood whole. Chief Okon paid a bride price that shook the entire village: goats, yams, bags of rice, crates of beer, and money that made elders nod with satisfaction. Juliet's mother said proudly, "My daughter has brought honor to this family." Juliet said nothing. Her heart was silent, but her spirit was awake. In Okon's household, she lived with dignity. She served, she learned, she endured, but she never stopped dreaming. At night, she secretly read medical books by lantern light. She studied anatomical diagrams drawn on old newspapers. She memorized herbs, treatments, healing techniques. For 10 years, she saved every coin she earned selling palm oil and hand-woven cloth. 10 years of quiet struggle. 10 years of planning her escape. And one morning, before the sun even opened its eyes, Juliet left the village with her young son, and she did not look back. When she returned, it was not as the poor village girl they once pitied. Juliet came back in a sleek black SUV that rolled slowly into the heart of the village. Children ran behind it. Women gasped. Elders squinted in disbelief. The door opened. Out stepped Juliet, confident, radiant, dressed in an elegant suit with a stethoscope hanging around her neck. Dr. Juliet Okon-Eze, a billionaire doctor, owner of 2 hospitals, founder of a charity for rural healthcare, and a healer known across the state. Her son, now tall and handsome, stepped out beside her. The village erupted in whispers. "Is that Juliet? The girl we married off? She looks like someone from another world." But Juliet didn't come back to show off. She came back because her mother was dying. When Juliet entered her mother's hut, she found her lying on a raffia mat, breathing weakly, her skin pale, her body shaking. Fear filled the air like smoke. Her mother's eyes fluttered open. She recognized the face she thought she'd lost forever. "Juliet," she whispered, "my child, forgive me." Juliet knelt beside her, tears in her eyes. She checked her pulse, her breathing, her temperature. She injected medication, set up a drip, and ordered the elders to boil clean water. Her voice was calm, steady, commanding, the voice of a woman who had mastered life through fire. "Hold on, Mama. I'm here now." Through the night she worked. Through the dawn she watched. By sunrise, her mother was breathing normally again. As the first light slipped into the room, her mother touched her hand and whispered, trembling, "I thought you lost me, but you became everything you dreamed to be." Juliet smiled through tears. "Mama, you gave me life. Now I'm giving it back." Outside, the entire village gathered silently, watching the girl they once gave away, now saving the very woman who had handed her over. And in that moment, Juliet understood something. She was not just a daughter of poverty anymore. She was not the girl who got married too young. She was not the girl who lost her dream. She was the woman who reclaimed it. From that day forward, the villagers told her story as a reminder. The poor girl they forced into marriage returned 10 years later, not with anger, not with revenge, but with a billionaire success and a healer's heart. A story no one would ever forget.